got that skirt put back on and the door put in. And some sealant. I didn't do all the sealant, but I've done some. I got all of the sealant underneath. And then up this to this corner. And around the door. I still need to get the sealant and the trim put in there. And of course this trim, I still need to get this cleaned up, all this old silicone from the original installation, or the previous owner, whoever put silicone on there. Get that cleaned up and then get that installed, get my jack put back on, and then I can finish with this piece of trim here, this aluminum, get it cleaned up and get it put back on. But I'm happy with the way it turned out. Nice big compartment now with my solar controller. So this is where the new lithium batteries are going to live. And this compartment is just going to be a storage compartment. So this is where the batteries used to be. It's up a lot higher. Of course, lithium is like a third of the weight or a half of the weight. I think the batteries I'm getting are 23 pounds a piece. I'm getting two 12 volt 100 amp hour batteries, lithium batteries. And with this generator compartment not going back in, that's a 23 pound metal box with that insulation. And it had a piece of plywood floor that I've thrown away, this 3/8 inch plywood. So that was a total of 25 pound savings. And then the skirt itself, I think I only saved about 3 pounds on that, but there's no wood in it at all, so I'm happy about that. And get this thing buttoned up today, I think. Well, there's the repair. Got the jack put back on, my trim put back on, and all the sealant put on. I went ahead and just covered that hole for now. I'm going to buy a 12 volt plug or an Anderson connector plug for that, so I can put my ground mount solar panel, plug it in there. This is going to be my new battery compartment. This used to be a pre-wired generator compartment, and I never had the generator. And so this is where I'm going to put my two new lithium iron phosphate batteries back here, and that way I can have just a little port to plug in a ground mount solar panel. I've got a 100 watt ground mount Renogy solar panel. I've got all the sealant put on. All the sealant around here has been all done. Back in the corner and underneath, all that's sealed. So that repair is done. So I guess the next project will be moving all my wiring from my old battery compartment into this new battery compartment. And I'm going to be putting in a bus bar and a couple other things, you know, a battery disconnect, solar disconnect. I've already got a little breaker for my solar disconnect, but I'm actually going to put in a disconnect switch for that, and a little bit better fusing for my electrical system. So it'd be nice to have everything in that one cubby instead of kind of spread between the battery box and underneath the galley drawers. It was just you know, hard to get to that stuff. So replacing all of my little resettable breakers, gonna put all new breakers in, and which I've already purchased, and you know, just kind of tidying up the wiring a little bit, make it look a little bit nicer, and just easier to get to. It's nice to have this big compartment to put all that stuff in now, so yeah, all this stuff will get kind of tidied up a little bit. Yeah, so I've got access from the side and from the back. Pretty happy about that. And of course I moved my drain for my freshwater tank, and so I'll have two 12-volt lithium iron phosphate batteries in here. I've got my charge controller for my solar panel, and that's that little 30 amp disconnect. Of course it's disconnected right now because I've been working on the electrical. And so I might be able to mount my inverter in here as well, kind of get it out of from underneath those drawers. I can mount it up in there, have the batteries and kind of everything set up in one area. It'd be real convenient. But that is it for this video, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.